Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel. Also, at the top, that's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I will follow you back. Also, you can email me at ravenover. Over is OVAH. If it's third movie to cover, and I will do it. Subscribe yet? Let's go to the video.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting in? Body getting a fight. What's going on, people?
Okay, this is the update. I finally found that they finally spoke on this story. Their name was Rashon Nelson and Donte Robinson, the men that was arrested in Starbucks, were there for the business meeting, hoping to change our lives, basically. Now, I want you to go on Google and stuff, because their pictures are up there and stuff. And of course, they're the two guys I was talking about the update. This is the third one, and I was waiting for this because I wanted to find out their story in reference to, what actually happened when it came down to them being arrested for waiting to use the restroom. Okay, here we go. The two black men who was arrested in downtown Philadelphia last week and accused of trespassing say that there was a business meeting and that they had the hope would change their lives. Now, Rashon Wilson and Donte Robinson came forward this morning, ABC News on Good Morning America, to publicly share their story for the first time. The 23-year-old entrepreneurs and longtime friends said that they were waiting to meet a potential business partner at the Starbucks in Philadelphia, Rittenhouse Square neighborhood, April the 12th, when a barista asked them whether they wanted to order anything. They declined and told her they were just there for a quick meeting, they said. Now, Nelson said he immediately asked to use the restroom when they walked in, but was informed that it was only for paying customers. So the pair sat at the table and waited for the person with whom they were scheduled to meet. Then they saw the police officers enter the store and spoke to the manager. They said, "I was thinking they can't be for us." Robinson said in a interview on Good Morning America, co-anchor Robert Robinson, "We have a meeting at Starbucks all the time." Now, they don't think anything of it until the officers approached them at the table and told them that they needed them to leave, they said. Now, it was just, "Get out. You have to leave. You're not buying anything, so you wouldn't be here," Nelson said to Good Morning America. They said that they calmly told the police that they were waiting to have a meeting. As Robinson said, he even called the person for whom they were waiting. Though the officers repeatedly insisted they had to leave, they said. "It is a real estate meeting. I've been working on this for months," Robinson said. "We're days away from changing our whole entire situation, our lives, and about to sit here telling me I can't do that. You're not doing that." The officers ultimately handcuffed Nelson and Robinson and escorted them out of the Starbucks and into a squad car before taking them to the police station. Both men were later freed, and the charges were facing trespassing and disturbing were dropped that night. Okay. An onlooker, Melissa DePena, captured the incident on video, which has been viewed more than 10 million times online, and prompt protests outside the Coffee Giant location on Spruce Street. Pena, 50 years old, a writer and a mother of two, told ABC News and Starbucks barista shouted behind shouted behind the counter at the two men to make a purchase and leave. They were sitting quietly, minding their own business and waiting for their friend to come. And she said in an interview Saturday, Robinson said police never read them their Miranda rights when they were handcuffed, and they were held in custody for 8 hours. There was no reason, he said. There was nothing. They just kept saying the flagrant trespassing and the excuse for putting us behind bars. The Philadelphia Police Department did not immediately respond to ABC News' request and a comment this morning, but the Philadelphia Commissioner Richard Ross Jr. said in a video testimony released on Saturday that the officers did absolutely nothing wrong. I can tell you candidly, these officers did service they were called to do. Ross said the police commissioner also accused the men of being disrespectful to the officers and said that both were given several chances to leave, but they refused. On 3 different occasions, the officers asked the 2 males politely to leave the location because they were being asked to leave by employees because they were trespassing, he said. Instead, the males continued to refuse, and they told the employees that they told the officers they were not leaving. Okay. Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson released a statement last Saturday night apologizing to 2 men on behalf of the company. The video shot by customers is even harder to watch, and the actions are a representative of our Starbucks missions and values. Johnson said in a statement, creating an environment that both safe and welcoming for everyone is a paramount for every store. Regretfully, our practice and training led to a bad outcome. The bias of the call to the Philadelphia Police Department was wrong. Our store managers never intended for these men to be arrested, and this should have never estimated as it did. In an interview on Monday morning on Good Morning America, Johnson said that he will order managers to undergo training on how to spot unconscious bias. It said there are circumstances around the incident and that the outcome of the store on Thursday were represented. He said that they were wrong and it was wrong, and for it. Personally, I apologize to the gentlemen that visit our stores. Our Starbucks spokesperson subliminally confirmed subsequently confirmed to ABC News the store manager who called the police no longer works there, which I talked about already. The next day, Starbucks announced in a statement that will close more than 8,000 company-owned stores across the nation in the afternoon on May 29th to train and station how to avoid racist bias in an effort to prevent discrimination in our stores. Stuart Cohen, the attorney representing Nelson and Robinson, said the client have met face-to-face with Starbucks CEO, but that is not enough. Starbucks holds itself open as a place for people to meet and the public conversation. Those are words from their website. Cohen said on GMA this morning that the apologies are fine, but what we will need to do is some action by Starbucks to respect the situation. There is no real and meaningful discussion, he added. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to go on Starbucks website. Let me just look here, because I want to see what Starbucks website says. Because okay, this is my thing. The 2 men went inside of there, and finally they spoke up because I want to find out from their side of the story. Because we do a lot of speculating. Nelson said he immediately asked to use the restroom when they walked in, but was informed it was for paying customers only. So the pair sat at the table and waited for the person with whom was scheduled to meet with them. Okay. Now, they wasn't informed that they couldn't sit at the tables, my personal opinion. But it was only for paying customers. So they just said they couple ways. Then the police saw, okay, let me just go up and read this. I'm going to go dissect this down. 2 black men arrested. Talk about that. 23-year-old entrepreneurs, longtime friends, said they were waiting for a potential business partner at Starbucks on Philadelphia Rittenhouse Square. Okay. When the business whether wanted to order anything, they declined and told them they were just waiting for a quick meeting. They said Nelson said He immediately asked to use the restroom when they walked in. So basically, they walked to the counter and she asked if they could help them anything. They said no. They wanted to use the restroom instead, and they said it was for paying customers, which we go through this all the time. So it's for paying customers, which we kind of know that little pattern. So they went to the pair sat at the table and waited for people, waited for the person who they were scheduled to meet with. Then they saw the police officers enter the store and spoke with the manager. I guess she called called the officers. And I was thinking they can't be here for us. Robinson said in the interview, we have a meeting at Starbucks, and they didn't think anything about it until the officers approached them at the table, and they needed to leave, they said. And I see at that point, if you was asked to leave out of a company, why not just leave? I mean, why not just leave? And on the other hand of that, on her fault, she should have said, well, if you're not going to make a purchase, you just can't sit inside of here or be in here without making a purchase. You would have to leave because at this point you're trespassing. I don't know if she said that or not because she hasn't came for it. This is going to be a to be continued. This is going to be a to be continued video because she hasn't come forward to say what she said or what happened. Because basically, she's the third party. And you know what? After I do this story, y'all, I'm not doing no more of this. I'm over this. This is too many parties. Because she's have to come forth now. Did they come forward? I think she's going to come forward too. And to her side. So basically, they didn't think anything about it until the officers came. So did she say you couldn't sit in here? Did she say you can't be in here? You got to leave? Did she say that? That's the missing part from the story. Once again, we're missing pieces. So it's hard to speculate anything when it's not all parties talking about what happened. I can speculate left and right. Well, you can't make no purchase. You're not gonna make a purchase. You can't go to the restaurant. You got to get out. Nobody's saying she says get out because she's not saying anything because we don't have her side of the story. You know what? This is the thing. That's my opinion. Off topic. If y'all go inside of a company and you will make a purchase and stuff and it tell you allegedly that it's for paying customers, just leave. The 20 is for paying. Because the thing about it is it becomes such a big thing. Like this goal could have been avoided. But like I said before, I'm speculating once again. Because I can't finish the story because I don't hear her side. Suppose she said, listen, if you're not gonna buy coffee and you're not gonna if you can't use the restroom because the restroom is paying customers, I need y'all to leave. And it was like, I'm not going nowhere, wait for somebody. She was like, well, y'all gotta go because you can't be in here if you're not gonna make a purchase and you just can't sit around because at this point we're not leaving. But see, I'm making it up because I don't know what she said. We only got their side. So what she could have said, told them you can't be and you gotta go. Then she called the cops since they wouldn't leave. And that's why she called the cops. I'm speculating because I don't know. Because still, once again, she hasn't left her side yet. Oh, there's so many areas of this story. It's getting messy and I don't want to cover it anymore. So as of today, they caught their side and stuff like that. And, I'm waiting for her to come forward. Because she could be suing the company too. She could sue the company too, because basically she could say, well, I asked them to leave, they refused to leave, and I'm trying to make, we're trying to run a business here. It's not a place where everybody can just sit around and do what they want. I need a job too like everybody else, and I need to eat like everybody else. And they refused to leave, and I told them they had to go, and they refused to leave, so I called the cops. But I'm speculating, because they haven't heard their side yet. Anyway, I just wanted to keep you updated, reference to the update. And better yet, if she come forth, I would do one more update because we'll find out the rest of the story. It's a lot of puzzles missing in this story. And I feel like it's getting really messy because there's so much not being said. Racial bias and stuff like that or not. I feel like they're using a race card only because of Donald Trump in office, and at the end of the day, when it's got police and black people, it's going to be a racial thing. It's not funny. But at the end of the day, that's where we're at right now. How do you feel about this? Do you feel like it's the girl is the missing piece? Like we need her side of the story? Like we really need her side of the story? What happened? Because she could have asked them to leave, and they said, no, I ain't going no way. I got somebody else coming. You just got to sit behind that counter and you wait. We don't know that. We don't know what escalated. Because at the end of the day, it's more to this story. And I love feedback on this. Do you think it's more to this story that's being said? Do you think it's more? I think it's even deeper than that. But I'm not going to go there. Oh, but the big gagger would be that the girl let go was a black girl, honey. Oh, that this whole thing will come together. It'll be a black girl. The guy was the manager, and they got her fired. And basically, this whole thing, oh, it's gonna be messy. I would love to see who the manager was. It's gonna be part 10,000, it seems. Anyway, I love you feel about this and stuff. Like I said before, it's a lot of gray areas in this. It's a lot going on that's not being said. My personal opinion, and I love how you feel about this. These two guys, Donte and Rashon. I love how you feel about this. Anyway, how you feel about this? Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. It's the Instagram button at the top. If it's still me in my cover, you can email me at ravenover@yahoo.com. Wow. This has been a long story with a lot of gray areas. It is a lot, in my personal opinion, that's not being said. It is a lot that's not being said. But what's come to the dark will come to the light. But I love you. Feedback this. I'll let y'all love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.